Regarding nutrition, Dr. Tratner says drink at least 64 ounces of water and non-caffeinated tea per day. And you might want to check out probiotics, which boost your body's immune system and can be taken as yogurt or supplements. All right, up now, it's time to look into the mess that is the Miami Marlins and the apparent fire sale of their team. Here's Greg Lee, Executive Sports Editor of the Sun-Sentinel. Greg, being a Marlins fan is not easy. No. This is a familiar refrain with this team, but it's different this time around. It's worse this time around, right?
Yeah, I think it's worse because of the fact that 1 year off of having a new stadium, you sign all these players, Mark Burley, you got Jose Reyes to be the centerpieces to open up your brand new stadium, and all of a sudden you trade them all away. Is worse than, and after winning the World Series in '97, it's worse. And even Wayne Huizenga, the owner back then, apologized. He looked back in retrospect. He wished he didn't break up that team.
Right.
Jeffrey Loria, the owner now, is probably looking at it as a profit center, and it's really a shame for the taxpayers, especially spending $500 million in a brand new stadium, and now they're going to have pretty much the best place where the best AAA stadium in the world, because that's a product that the team is going to have next year.
Yeah, let's talk about that. All right, so the public, the South Florida public, is on the hook for the majority of the bill for this ballpark.
Right.
How do you justify this to them? Is there any spin control that you can possibly do to get anyone excited about this ballpark now?
No one. I mean, probably the most exciting thing about this ballpark is, I guess, my first time, I've been here 2 months, my first time going to the New Orleans Park, I didn't go in the stadium. I bought tickets to the Clevelander. That's probably the best part of the stadium, because the on-field product won't entertain you. So you might as well go to the Clevelander, because right now, there's no motivation for South Florida fans to go to the ballpark and watch a team lose. And we're such a cosmopolitan city this community is, there are other things to do than watch a ball team lose. I mean, even the Dolphins right now, they're an okay team, but they're still not filling out the stadium.
Right, because you have to, if you did your preseason predictions right now, the Marlins would probably be the worst team in baseball.
Oh, they're probably worse than other minor league teams.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be a good team. And, and people from the Marlins side might argue, well, the public wasn't really paying for it, it was tourist tax or whatever, but that money could have gone to education. It could have gone to the police force, the fire department. It's just a really tough pill to continue to swallow. So I guess the question is, what do you think the future is for this ownership group, for Jeffrey Loria? Is he going to stick around, or is he going to sell his team?
Well, Loria may keep the team, but in an event that he sells his team, the best thing to do to make it very attractive to a buyer is to strip your team bare. So a new ownership group who's going to spend a lot of money up front on buying a team don't have to worry about the back end spending a lot of money in high salaries. So maybe there's a glimmer of hope for Marlins fans that maybe Loria is giving up, because it's an attractive piece for a potential owner, because you have a new stadium, you have a reduced roster, you don't have much, and you can build your own team. But I really doubt Loria is going to sell the team because of his ego. I just think he'll keep the team, and he'll still make a lot of money because he got a stadium.
Right.
His low payroll and low overhead equals more money in his pocket.
Well, one thing's for sure, Greg, plenty of good seats still available to catch the Marlins
yes,
next
yes,
season.
yes.
Great seats. Maybe you can even play for the team. Thanks for coming out, man. I wish we could have had happier circumstances to talk about, but with the Marlins, it's always something, right?
Hey, you never know.
All right, man.
All right, thanks.
And that's all for today's show. Remember, if you have any ideas for what we should cover, you can always send me an email at feedback@sfltv.net. In the meantime, you can follow us on Facebook and follow me on Twitter @Dave Azer. Have a great rest of the weekend, enjoy your week, and I'll see you next weekend.